And we are back. Let's see where this teleport takes us. Okay. The French chick. Je m'appelle Emily. French. Emily Nader, so lame. Level 4. This is an near death. I am first to assume. Well, he's not French, but he could be. Cheating. So lame. Okay, can we go back to the game? Rookie Harbor. So interesting. Cross Central. Okay, so these are like the different places I can... No, is it the same or... I'm confused. Maybe they all just take to the same place. Yeah, so what's the point with having like tons of them? Okay. Can I loot something, please? Finally. Let's go there. Okay. So go through okay. I guess I should see the tutorial since I don't. Or boobs, what? What? Why is it highlighting that area? What? I guess it's early access stuff. Maybe it's like the map. Beginner's arc, okay. Nope, I cannot jump up to that box. Is it like quest giver? Okay. Ooh, a challenge. Ooh, it is an actual quest to do something lame, but whatever, I wanna... okay, show me the tooth. Yeah, okay. Okay. No, I don't want... Okay. Whoops. Okay. So... the box is like a red herring or something. Yeah. La 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 la. I'm supposed to go like there or to the right. Can I just go down? No, fuck you. Okay. Can I jump like here? Oh, I can. Okay, that's good. Fuck you. So I guess I should like scout. Okay, he's here. Okay, now I know what to do. So wait, I can just jump like this. Yes. It's because like I'm not pressing any like jump button when I jump. Fuck you. Like yeah, this is like in Zelda, or at least like some of the more modern Zelda games where you don't have a jump button, but you still, yeah, you have to jump. There are jumping puzzles in a game where you cannot really jump. Yes. Okay, that's good. I guess, yeah, I have to, like, can go talk to her or something. Maybe she has some information or something. Sick as my ass. Okay, let's go see that girl. No, nothing. Maybe it is to be implemented later or something. Fine. Anyways, like I've been thinking, because like yeah, nowadays when you look at the world, like everybody, well, it's not like a great problem that everybody finds some problem. Like the leftists blame the right-wing racists for all the problems. Ooh, space bun. Whereas the right-wing, they blame the leftists, or they blame the Jews, or blame Muslims, or whoever. And not to say that like partially, yeah, like in one of my previous video, the one before that, like yeah, certainly there are like Jews and certain Jews, not all Jews, who have manipulated, socially engineered society to a certain direction. But yeah, there are like various different groups, yeah, blame capitalists or communists and all this. But yeah, at the heart of like why society, especially like Western society, yeah, Mr. Frank, Hollerö, why Western society is like, well, it's basically fucked and it's just going down. I don't think there's any stopping it. Like there's gonna be a collapse, whether it's gonna be in 2 years or 10 years or 50 years, I don't know, but society is gonna collapse. And yeah, like in ancient Rome or whatever, the barbarians were banging at the gates and looting and raping or whatever is gonna happen, at least in some degree in the West, like in America and Europe, and hopefully its effects are gonna be lighter in other countries, whereas compared to some others. But yeah. Okay, information. Yeah, people call it that. So it is German. Okay, I have to go. Okay. No, it's that bitch. Anyways, so the reason why society is fucked up is basically apathy, moral apathy, or nihilism, call it what you will. Like, I guess I prefer to call it apathy, since I don't know, nihilism, it has like some sort of gothic romantic element to it, and I don't want to listen to these guys. I want to go like really explore, and by explore I don't mean talk to random people. No, I cannot go here. I have to go up there. Nice weapon, glaive or whatever it is. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, the West has been morally apathetic for a long time. Like, I think it's been like, it's not, you know, it's not something that changed like 10 years ago or 20 years ago or like even 50 years ago. I think it's been apathetic for at least a couple of centuries. Like, even like the time of imperialism. Yeah, like, I think it was immoral, but the general public didn't really care about it. Okay, signpost. They didn't really care about it enough to do anything, because like imperialism, colonialism, it didn't really benefit like the average European in the countries that had like participated in. Yeah, I don't want to read it now. Okay, so it's just information. There's not like no loot or anything. But yeah, the West has been, yeah, Western people, they, well, the same as like the generation of my parents, like the baby boomer generation or whatever. They basically, they were happy to work for the corporate masters and whatever, because like they benefited back then. You could find a job easily and get enough money. Like, maybe the job may have sucked, but at least like you could get yourself a nice house and start a family and get all the toasters and washing machines and all that crap. And nowadays they don't really need us. Like the elites of society, they don't really need us to build all the stuff. So now most of us are just, yeah, useless eaters playing video games at home or whatever. Hey, West. So yeah, it's like and nobody, like, people didn't really care. Like nowadays, it's understood by people who pay any attention that they're like the politicians, they're really corrupt, and it doesn't really matter who wins the elections and stuff. And we live in like a corporate society anyways. But we've been heading that direction. What the fuck is this? Right, there's like this thing. G-Dog. Okay, so they have names. Jens, dandy man. Not a daddy's boy like Jens. Anyway, so yeah. Can I shoot it? No. So yeah, being apathetic. I lost my train of thought because of that, but yeah, people they care about, like, okay, there've been all sorts of wars and manipulation, like there was Vietnam, and yet lots of people protested, but like eventually, like all the hippies and most of the people who objected the Vietnam War in the 60s, 70s, they became hippies who eventually just cared more about sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And yeah, that's basically is like all of this like environmentalism. Most people, they don't really give a fuck about ice. Okay, they don't give a fuck about environment. They just care about like the social status. That's like, ooh, I have. Okay. And I like buy crap. Oh yeah, I can if I have money. Interesting. But yeah, like women like to buy some cosmetic products if they're like, oh, green that, and like, oh, save the panda bears. But and you know, it's more like to have some nice slogan to advertise it, and that's like it's like moral apathy, but with the like pretense of actually having some moral standards. So like all of this, like, yeah, this, well, all SJWs, and they don't, because they just care about morality enough to like pretend. Okay, so I really cannot swim. It's a classic video game. Because like, and yeah, there have been all sorts of scandals. There were like the Iran-Contra scandal in the 80s, and you know, if people really cared about how corrupt their politicians are, they wouldn't just keep re-electing them or like electing their next counterpart and all that. Looks creepy, this guy. So yeah, this, like, people, they don't really care about the important stuff, which is like to have some standards. Like people didn't give a fuck about the Middle Eastern people when the US wanted to start wars. They just suddenly pretend to care when they're like, oh, now we have to accept all the refugees. It's more like because they just is this idea of accepting all these refugees to Europe and stuff. It's just another multi-class guy. It's because they don't, because yeah, it is apathy, because they didn't care to look at the big picture, and they just want to like the problem to go away. And if they say like, yeah, sure, I love all the refugees, come here, and so the problem goes away, and then they can just basically go on with their consumerist lifestyle. Did I go talk to that guy over there, like the quest giver? I guess no. Yeah. Because his apathy is, yeah, I'm just sick of all the fucking apathy and stuff. Like, yeah, I'm just playing a game here with people talking, but at least like, yeah, there's all sorts of like immorality, like in like whether it's war or whether it's lies in the media, or whether it's like sexual depravity, and yeah, there's like I don't know, all of it. It's like a little bit of something. It's like, yeah, it's I think it's understandable if you tolerate something like that, but it's to the excess, and it's like maybe, can I get there somehow? Like there's that crystal thingy up there. Now I'm intrigued. Yeah, like up there. Can I? Yes! I'm so smart. Rice cracker, okay. You cracker, hey, that's racist. But yeah, in Vampire the Masquerade, like the role-playing game, tabletop role-playing game, and there's also like a couple of computer game versions of it, like is it Bloodlines or Redemption or something. I haven't played them, but anyways, they have one of they have various different vampire clans, and one of the clans is followers of Set. That's Set, like the Egyptian god of chaos or something, chaos and darkness. And the followers of Set, they are all about like corruption. Like, yeah, it's basically all the stuff that is just mainstream nowadays, whether it's sexual depravity, drugs, or like lack of morals and all that stuff. And like when I like first played the game, or like already back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and people are like, the followers said they are not so can I only accept like one quest, or but yeah, the followers said, like, people said like it's not like a big thing, like none of that is big deal anymore, so they're not like their clan doesn't have much purpose nowadays, since we are so like, yeah, accept that stuff. But I thought like, yeah, that's like, that should be the most powerful clan, since basically everybody believes in their like depravity already. And yeah, but I don't. Okay, here are the quests. So can I like take all of them? Okay, I guess just accept all of them. But yeah, so yeah, at least like I think it's, yeah, you have to speak out against the apathy, the nihilism, and of course try to like identify it when you see it in. It's not just about, because yeah, like it's not just about like being tolerant, because you shouldn't tolerate some things. There are lots of disgusting stuff in the world that you just shouldn't tolerate. And can I shoot somebody? But yeah, I've been rambling on long enough, so I'm gonna save the game here.